Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Ani Sofia binti Muhammad Adami and my number matric is 23BE01031. Teaching aids are important tools that help students stay engaged and understand lessons better. Using the Action model and Dell's code of experience, we see how different teaching methods can improve how well students remember and apply. In this context, Google Sites will be used as teaching aids with this combination of both model and code to create a structured presentation and engaging materials. The first letter in Action model is A, stands for Analyze Learner. So our target audience in this site is Form 3 students, which is 15 years old. Their English proficiency is intermediate level. So there are various of learning styles. Examples like visual, auditory, kinesthetic. So their main challenge is the difficulty with vocabulary retention and usage in context. Their limited listening skills due to lack of exposure to spoken English. Their instructional focus is design listening and vocabulary activities on Google Sites, and the activities tailored to address different learning styles and improve comprehension. Next letter is S, which stands for objective. In this site, we have two different activities, which is listening and vocabulary activities. In this listening activity, students will listen to a recorded conversation about family relationship. Students can respond with short answer questions to check comprehension. So their focus in this is auditory learning and listening comprehension. Activity is vocabulary activity. That begins with a visual vocabulary list, like definitions plus example of sentence, followed by yes or no quizzes, and then students will decide if the usage of form is correct or incorrect in context. It supports visual and kinesthetic learners through active engagement. So the learning objective is to identify and understand at least 10 new vocabulary words related to family relationships. Next is correctly pronounce key vocabulary by listening to audio recordings. And the last one is demonstrated the listening comprehension by answering questions based on audio conversation.
So the next part is S, which is selecting methods, materials, and media. This step focuses on choosing the instructional strategies, tools, and resources that support learning objectives. Google Sites is used as teaching aids to embed all of the contents and activities for less time consuming for the learners. For the first objective, we have two contents and two activities. The first content section uses a storytelling method supported by both reading and visual elements. The story titles Grandmother Loves, a story of family bonds, which follows a girl visiting her grandmother. This helps students learn vocabulary through context and recognize key ideas. The second content section uses a drama short video called No More Fights, featuring siblings arguing and reconciling, highlighting family values. It uses CapCut for video editing and YouTube for the video to be published. This aligns with Bloom's understanding level, as students are expected to grasp the message through the story and audio elements. For the activity, The activities are divided into three main sections. The first objective focus on vocabulary. In student answer yes or no question using EduCaplay and complete a word search puzzle generated through word search lab, both designed to support vocabulary recall and spelling. For the listening task, an audio recording for the listening task and the second objective, an audio recording is created using Vid and published on YouTube. A student then answer open-ended question through opinion stage, the media, and helping them apply auditory and writing skills. Lastly, the exam task is a multiple choice quiz using Google Form. It tests learners' ability to evaluate audio-based content and gives instant feedback, ideal for Form 3 learners. Next letter is U, which is utilize media and materials. After selecting materials, it's important to test them to ensure everything works properly. In this case, the Google site was tested thoroughly. All links works. Navigation is smooth from pages to pages. There's no login is required for access, so it's mobile is user friendly, and loading speed is fast and on all devices. But beyond technical testing, we also prepare the learners. Each activity is provided with clear step-by-step instruction, so students always know what to do. This ensures confidence and keeps them focused on learning.
Now I will be presenting our Asia model, which is R stand for Require Learner Participation. This principle emphasizes active learning where students engage with the material instead of passively absorbing it. On our Google site, we've included interactive activities like gamified learning to boost motivation and participation. For example, we embedded a bonus game that helped students expand their vocabulary while having fun. There's also a word search that encourages problem-solving skills. Best of all, students receive instant feedback after completing the games, helping reinforce what they have learned in the enjoyable and meaningful way. Finally, E stands for Evaluate and Revise in the Assure model. This step is all about checking if students met the learning objective and identifying areas for improvement. As a teacher using a Google site, I collected feedback through Google Forms. Most students found the lesson effective. They liked the clear content, easy navigation, and engaging videos and activities. However, 50% felt the material should be more effective, and the same number thought the activity needed improvement. To address this, we plan to revise the activities by adding more thought-provoking questions, increasing difficulty step by step, and including instant feedback in quizzes. We also update and expand our material to better support different learning styles. This change is aiming to boost engagement and deepen understanding in future lessons.
Today, I'll be talking about how Dell cones of experience can be implemented using Google Sites to create meaningful and engaging lessons. Dell cones outline 3 levels of learning. At the base, we have direct experience like hands-on activity, which are the most engaging and connected to real-life application. In the middle are pictorial experience using visuals like videos and images to represent ideas. At the top are abstract experience, where students interact with content through words, symbol, or written concept. These models align well with Jerome Bernard's theory of learning, which includes interactive, learning by doing, iconic, learning by seeing, and symbolic, learning by thinking and using language. Now, let's look at how Google Sites supports this model. For abstract learning, teacher can include stories or vocabulary lists. lists. For example, the family ties sites begin with a story called Grandmother Loves, where students read and reflect on family values. For picture learning, we added a short drama video called No More Fights, created with CapCut and published on YouTube. This helps learners visualize conflict resolution in family setting. Finally, for direct experience, we use quizzes, vocabulary games, and listening tasks. Tools like Educa Play and Google Forms turn passive content into interactive learning. Students complete word searches, listen to audio clips, and answer comprehension questions, actively applying what they learn. Google Sites makes it all accessible. It's mobile friendly, easy to navigate, and allow for smooth integration of videos, audio, and forms. It also supports different learning style, which is visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and learning and writing, making the content more inclusive. In summary, Delcones plus Google Sites help learners move from abstract ideas to real-world application. This combination enhances engagement, accessibility, and support higher-order thinking, ensuring lessons are both effective and learner-centered.
Okay, now we will talk about the several advantages of using the Google site in education. First, accessibility. Student can access content anytime, anywhere, on any device. This flexibility supports self-paced learning and helps students to revisit and catch up on lessons, making it great for differentiated instruction. Second, interactivity. Teachers can embed videos, audio, quizzes, and links to enrich lesson. This supports various learning styles and reinforce skills like listening, reading, and vocabulary. On our side, we focus on listening as the main skill and writing as a complementary skill. Third, ease of content delivery. Google Sites allow teachers to organize everything, lesson, resources, and assignment in one central place, reducing the need for paper or switching between platforms. However, there are challenges too, which is training requirement. Teachers need time to learn how to design, embed content, and manage layouts effectively. For instance, we face challenges embedding games, videos without opening a new tab, but eventually we succeed. After that, technological skills. Both teachers and students need basic digital literacy to use the site effectively. Younger learners or those who are less familiar with technology may need extra support. Finally, internet access. Google Site relies on a stable connection. Students in rural or low connectivity areas may struggle. To support them, teachers should consider offering downloadable resources or offline alternatives.
In conclusion, this project demonstrated how teaching software built with the Azure model and Google Site can effectively support English learning for Form 3 students by using various tools and learning styles and also applying Dell's cone of experience. It creates a more engaging, flexible, and student-centered learning experience.